Jeju is the southernmost and the largest island in Korea. Jeju has a long oval shape and Halasan Mountain is in the middle of the island. There is a beautiful coastal road circling the island. And it's a good place to drive and enjoy the scenery. Our main mission of our trip was to circle around Jeju. This is Project O. A mysterious road. It was one of the attractions in our bucket list. Well, mysterious road is just a road. It is known to have an optical illusion that blows the mind of people. Things look as they're just rolling uphill, but it actually goes downhill. This is because the surrounding trees are planted at an angle. It was fascinating, so we went around a few more times to experience it. Oreum. Although we could not see the sunset because of the cloudy weather, it was an experience viewing Jeju from bird's eye view. Different shades of green felt like a work of an art. Jeju was once called Samsado because it has an abundance of rocks, wind, and women. The second day we encountered a windstorm. We decided to follow the wind and feel the west coast of Jeju. Shinchang Windmill Coastal Road is another place that represents the wind of Jeju. We stopped by a cafe and enjoyed the view of the windmill and the sea. Osulloc. There were stores, cafes where you can enjoy various types of teas and drinks. The white green tea fields seem to be growing healthy under the strong sunlight and wind of Jeju. Udo Island. The weather was strange. It was snowy and unexpected. Our original plan was to rent out a scooter in Udo, but we had to take our car instead because of the bad weather. So we transported our car in a ferry and headed towards Udo. Well, Udo was another Jeju in Jeju. There were just few people on the island and we felt much more closer to the sea. We drove around Udo, it kind of felt like mini Project O. We arrived at another mini island in Udo called Hyeopjae. We saw Henya's place of work. Henya are female divers who dive to collect seaweed, shell food, and other seafood without oxygen supplies. They represent Jeju for its uniqueness since a long time. Before leaving Udo, the wind still didn't leave us. It showed us clear winter sea. It was just us and no one else in the Sabin beach. It was beautiful. We returned to Jeju main island, taking the last ferry of the day. After returning to Sangsan, we went to Subsikochi. Subsikochi get its name from its shape jutting out to the sea, with Kochi being the Jeju dialect for a cape. We could feel Jeju from our toes by walking along the trails stretching out to the sea, rocks and grasslands. It was snowing heavily when we woke up. We tried putting snow chains on the tire of our car. We failed. Our plans changed. Driving through the snowstorm was one of a kind of experience. We arrived at Cafe Halasan where Saehwa beach was visible. The carrot cake, which is a specialty of Jeju, was very delicious. Project O was coming to an end. We headed to the airport along the coastal road. Our Jeju trip came to an end. Thank you for watching our video.
이번 폭설과 한파로 제주공항 항공편은 이틀째 무더기로 결항했습니다.
Well, it was not really an end. Our flight got cancelled due to the bad weather. Now we had 2 more days in Jeju without any plans. The weather was still bad. It was difficult to move around due to the heavy snowfall. So we just drove around Aewol, bought some seafood at Dongmun Market and headed back to our hotel. Next day we went to Arte Museum. Getting there was a bit of struggle. Arte Museum is the largest media exhibition hall in Korea. You can see the works of district, which is famous for their work Wave. There are also a variety of media art on the themes of classical masterpieces, nature, and Jeju. As a media student, the exhibition at the Arte Museum was very inspiring. Finally, the really long trip to Jeju ended. Driving around Jeju was always my bucket list after I came to Korea. Regardless of our will, there were bucket lists that we couldn't achieve. Although our trip was not a perfect success, it definitely was a meaningful one. That was Project O.